Good day, viewers. This is NAS TV Africa, our program on environmental activism. Today, we have in the studio an NGO promoter who has been saddled with the responsibility of promoting climate change, and you'll be watching all the news all around the world. You could see the talk, so much talk about climate change, global warming. What's it all about? What's the NGO all about? Then we are going to hear from them. And today we have in our studio Madam Fumi Bundies. Yes, she is a woman of many parts. So today let's see what she's up to. Good morning, ma.
Good morning, Mr. Nas. Nice to be here again.
Yeah, nice one. I've been seeing it all around, return the green, and when I check my website, I realized they're the one behind it. And then I deemed it right that I should speak to you about this. So please, can you let our viewers know you, what you're up to, and what the return to green is all about?
Okay. My name is Fumi Adefila Osegbu. I'm the founder of Bundies Care Support initiative.
Very well.
And Bundies Care sits on 5 pillars.
Wow.
Cancer treatment, mental health, preservation of the environment, capacity building for women, and community development. We're picking the 3rd pillar with the return to green, which is preservation of the environment. And we can see that there's a lot going on in the climate in the world at the moment. There's a lot of distortion in the atmosphere.
Wow.
And that's why we said there's no better time to inaugurate the Return the Green Club.
Okay.
Among our young activists. We have 3 young activists here.
Okay.
Aderinyi Sola, Adegboye Chibuzo, Adedamola Osiegbu, and Adenle Adegboye. These are our young activists who I believe will be the front runners to
drive
this initiative. The plan is to have this Return to Green in our schools around Kwara State, not just in Kwara State, and beyond as we grow. And our target is to be able to. We actually had the tree planting program last year.
Okay.
This year, we want to inaugurate this to fulfill the promise that we made about 5,000 trees per year.
Wow.
And we found out that the way we can go about this is to encourage our young children to begin to get involved in this climate change activism, which we are doing already. So if we are able to inaugurate this, which is coming up really on June 8th, and they're going to do a lot that day. We inaugurate the club, then we begin to take them to the various schools and encourage the schools to be able to plant at least 550 trees every month.
Every month. Wow, that's something.
If they are able to plant 50 trees every month,
that's about 600 in a year per school.
Per school.
Wow.
You can see we'll be able to hit our targets.
Very well.
We can't continue to destroy the environment and believe we'll be able to be at peace.
And the environment will not react.
Yes. We can see what happened these last few days.
About 10 days ago. Yeah.
It's the distortion. It's raining now. Normally when it rains, we begin to feel the calmness of the atmosphere. It's no longer there. The ecosystem has been distorted. And so we need, and the time to act is now. So we're bringing in our young activists to tell us their programs and what they intend to do.
Okay, fine. So before then, you have a program coming up?
Yes.
When is that?
June 8th.
June 8th. Where?
Royal Palm Secondary School.
Sango.
Yes.
Okay, in Ilorin.
In Ilorin.
Oh,
yes.
Fantastic.
And I'm glad because you're always our partner and you're also our partner.
Wow. Thank you. So I'm an activist now.
An activist.
Fantastic.
Everybody has to be.
We have to protect the environment so that it can be friendly.
Yes.
Thank you very much. It's good to have you. Now, as you can see, you've heard from the coordinator of this Bundies initiative. That was a very good one. The next segment, now we bring in our activists and hear from them what this climate change all about. What are they doing about it? What are the causes? Wait, don't go away. Yeah, thank you very much. Welcome to the second segment of NAS TV Africa Environmental Program. Now I have in the studio with me the young lads, the young activists that have been driving the initiative about climate change. And you'll be so surprised that these young friends of environment, they're the one taking the responsibility. We are so glad to have them in the studio. And we believe that they are the future of Nigeria, they are the future of Africa. And I have with me
Chibuzo Asiebo. I am a climate change activist.
And can you tell us a little about yourself?
Okay, I am a student, I am 16, and I want to bring change to the world.
Wow, thank you very much. And
I did my dreams of that. I'm nice, I'll be 10.
Oh, wow.
So I want to stop the depleting of the ozone layer.
Wow.
For better futures.
Depleting of ozone layer. That's what you have chosen to do. Fantastic. Now, let's go straight to the business. People out there, a lot of people, yes, they hear climate change. Climate change, are they changing climate? Is it from night to afternoon? Or what is it?
Okay, so climate change is the periodic modification of the Earth's climate as a result to the depleting of the ozone layer and interaction with other geological, chemical, biological factors within the Earth system.
Wow, thank you. All right. When you say this, people say, okay, climate change, depletion of ozone layer and stuff like that. There must be causes because those about 2 days ago, it rained somewhere in Kwara State. And we learned that we had about 4 casualties, and this would have been caused by the abuse of the climate, abuse of environment. Then, what are the things that cause climate change? Can I really respond to that?
Pollution.
How?
Pollution is one of the things that causes climate change. Now, you can see that people are burning things. That's air pollution because it also depletes the ozone layer. And the harmful substances that go into the air is also filtered by trees. Another one is farming. You see that cow poo is also smelling. So that's the cause of pollution. And deforestation, cutting down of trees. Why it's not good to cut down of trees? Instead of practicing deforestation, you should practice reforestation. And the last one I want to talk about is burning of fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are from generators, cars. When you're not using cars, you should off them. And when you're not using any light, you should off them.
Okay, thank you very much. So, I think you can hear this. Instead of deforesting, we should have forests. That means you should plant more trees because these are the things that hold the soil together and to protect the reaction or negative reaction of environment. Okay, fine. What are the effects of the climate change on humanity and environment?
So I would like to start with diseases. Some diseases thrive on heat, like mosquitoes.
Okay.
Mosquitoes live in heat,
okay,
which is malaria, which is a problem we're having in Africa right now. When pregnant women are bitten by mosquitoes, it's always going to affect. There's no way it won't affect. So instead, why don't we try our best to reduce the heat we have, so that we reduce the diseases we have also. And the next one I want to talk about is pests. Pests live in heat. They thrive also on heat. Because when there is heat, they can quickly come out. There's nothing blocking them. There's no rain. There's nothing slowing them down.
Okay.
So they will affect our crops. And with that, we also have food shortage. Because when pests affect, eat up our food, and when there's heat, drought, there will be no rain. Most plants can't grow in that kind of environment. So we'll have food shortage and heat, drought itself.
Okay.
And heat drought, what do we call heat drought? Heat drought is when there's hardly rain. When the ozone is really depleted. When the ozone is really depleted, there will be no rain. And it will be bad. Because we are in Africa. Let's put it here in Africa. We have deserts. So Hamatan will thrive and it will be extremely hot. That most people won't be able to live in this kind of environment.
Wow. And there's even a stage a sun can get to that human being can survive.
Yes, sir.
And if you keep abusing the environment, the forest, and we do intimate damnation of heat, then definitely the sun will come down. Thank you. I want to put it in a layman language. So we should not allow the sun to come down. Thank you very much. Then you have said this, the causes, the effect on humanity is devastating. Should we allow it to go on? Then do we have solution? Do we have a way out?
Yes, we do.
Please.
Okay, so it's ideal.
Okay, you are the solution provider.
Number 1 is still.
Okay.
Thankfully, the world is now a global village.
Okay.
Thanks to the internet. We need to give hand to the SDG 13.
Okay.
Make our planet go green and stop harmful activities on Mother Earth. Number 2 is education. We should also have Return the Green Clubs campaign on how to stop it and talk about it in schools, church, mosques, televisions, and even radio stations. We should all plant trees in our compounds. Rural areas should use dramas and songs to tell their leaders about climate change. Number 3 is empower female gender. Females are a powerful, positive force that can help our planet preservation and conservation. Number 4, we should tell the government about climate change so that they can add it to our school curriculums for us and name it Green Clubs.
Wow.
And government should also improve the use of purification systems, waste management, and stop deforestation and encourage reforestation. And again, the government should make laws and encourage the use of renewable energies like biogas, wind energy, and solar energy, which are far, far better than using renewable energy, like non-renewable energy, like fossil fuel and natural gas. We also need to add climate now to our school curriculums. And the last one is we all need to be innovative on creating systems to support the need of reducing, reusing, and recycling materials. By turning cartons to bird feeders, brown papers to paper bags, we all need to be involved in conserving forestry, forests, and faunas. So I'm going to be talking about mitigation. Mitigation is a way of stopping climate change. So, examples of mitigation are water supply recycling. We should manage water supplies.
Okay.
We should reduce non-biodegradable substances.
Okay.
And adaptation is going to be taken by Chibuzo.
Thank you. Adaptation. This is the way of coping with climate change. An example of adaptation is moving to higher sea levels. Like what, as you said, what happened in Kwara, the flood. If houses and roads were built on higher grounds, it wouldn't have affected it the way it did. And a lot of lives and properties won't have been lost. Planting drought-resistant trees. When we plant drought-resistant trees, we know that even if there's an erosion, even if there's any calamity or anything that happens, our trees will still be safe and they will suck up the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Thank you.
So, what do you have for us finally, Adesola?
I want to talk about why we should learn how to stop climate change.
Okay.
About mitigation. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is that using of renewable energies.
Okay.
Machines, industries, and in our homes and everywhere. We use fossil fuels to power our machines, not knowing that's one of the things that depletes the ozone layer.
Okay.
So houses should try to use solar energy, wind energy, hydroelectricity, and biogas to power their machines in order to reduce the depleting of the ozone layer. Another one I want to talk about is planting trees. Why do we need to plant trees? Trees help us to filter the air. Meanwhile, carbon dioxide is one of the harmful substances that deplete the ozone layer. So when it's going up to the ozone layer, when it's trapping heat, the tree's roots, stems, even the leaves collect it and filter the air and brings it back to earth.
Wow.
So I'm going to talk about cooking clean. In our houses, we should all try to use gas to cook.
Okay.
And the last on the list that I'm going to be talking about is the 3 rolling R's, which are reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
Reuse, reduce, and recycle. Thank you very much. Wow, it's been a pleasure listening to you. As we can see, that the government has tremendous and fundamental roles to play. To reduce climate change, the generation of pure electricity is very key, so that people stop using generators in order not to deplete the ozone layer. So, government have fundamental role to play in this regard. So, don't go away for the next segment, which is the practical aspect of climate change. How does it really work? Don't go. All right. Thank you. You're welcome back to NAS TV Africa, the third segment of climate change activism. Now we have in our studio again a very, very young guy, very active in the activism of environmental protection.
Thank you, sir. My name is Adedboye Adenrele, and I am 11 years old, and I'm here to tell you about activities that have been done to curb climate change.
Okay. So, as I said that you're already here with your practical displays, can you let us start in earnest? Can you explain to us the rules of this?
Yes, sir. I would like to start with newspaper bag.
Okay.
The reason why I would advise that we should be using paper bags in the world is because they are very biodegradable and very eco-friendly. So when we use nylons, they can take up to 500 years before they decompose. But when you use paper bags, when they are not in use again, you can recycle them.
Okay.
So I would say that we should be using it to packing our snacks like donuts and so on. And they are very easy to make. When you start making it, you just have to cut it like this. After you cut it like this, you can warm it and put anything you want to form this.
All right.
The second thing I would like to talk about is bed feeders.
Bed feeder, where is it?
Bed feeders.
Please raise it up. Okay.
Bed feeders are very...
Put it on your lap. Okay. Guys, it.
Bed feeders are very easy to make. Instead of buying cages and using your money to buy something that you would have spent on something else, you can just get your carton, because anywhere you go, you can find a carton. So you can just take a carton and cut a hole in it and put dry grass in it, then hang it, and be amazed the amount of birds that will come to your house to feed on it. You're not only feeding the birds, but you're also making an eco-friendly environment for the birds. So the third thing I would like to talk about is the act of using plastics to make flower pots.
Okay, like this?
Like this.
Okay.
Yes, because now when you go anywhere, you can find plastics everywhere. So instead of leaving it there, you can just cut it to any size that you want. Then you can just put soil in it and put flowers in it.
Okay.
You can put
like
it
this?
Yes, like you can put it inside, you can put it outside. It does not need to be natural, but as long as it's something that you're using it for, that's okay.
Very
like
well.
now, the incident that happened in Lorry about the flood, the thing that I think that might have caused it was because plastics are blocking the drainages. So maybe that's what made the pipes to
And if we are using them for this kind of purpose,
it's not going
it won't be on the inside the ground.
Fantastic. Again. So even if you don't want to use it to plant flowers, you can use it as spiral holders, pencil holders, and so on.
Yeah.
Fourth thing I would like to talk about is the act of planting trees.
Okay.
Because many trees are getting cut down and they are not being replaced. And those trees, they help us to absorb carbon dioxide and clean it to become oxygen. So when we plant trees, we are making a secure future for ourselves and everyone on earth. So we should always plant trees. And the last thing I'll talk about is the act of making compost. Instead of throwing leftovers away, we can just mix it with sand and we can throw it into our flower bed and be amazed because it doesn't have chemicals. The plants are going to grow better because there are no chemical compositions inside the manure. Thank you.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, the same thing with this.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Also a bed feeder.
Bed feeder, wow.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. As you can see, what my son had come to tell us here is that instead of sending all the waste into the ground, we can reuse them so that we can reduce, so that we can remove anything that will cause global warming or climate abuse. And as you can see, we should use all these waste to do our flowers and everything. Thank you very much. Can you tell us your name again and your age?
My name is Adeboye Adenele and I am 11 years old.
Wow, you can see the next generation, they're already taking over the responsibility of saving our planet. And your child, your son, your children too could join through their school. And they are starting a club very soon, and it will be launched bigger in Nigeria and all over Africa, where every young people must take it as part of their responsibility to save their own future. Don't only invest in their education, also invest in the environment where they will be needed to use the education. Thank you very much. I'm quite proud of you. Good job, eh?
Yeah.
This is where we call it a date on the NAS TV Africa on the environmental program with the Return the Green initiative, and we have done, you can see what they are into, and very soon you will go to hear more about them and what they are up to. Please kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on our Instagram, Facebook and Twitter page. Thank you and God bless.